Hi, welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful week and you're ready to talk gadgets. We are starting this month of July with a very good announcement. I have been talking about both in my articles and in my videos about this new Australian airline called Bonza, and recently they have just announced the new uniforms, and they are quite different from what we usually see from airline uniforms. I think um, it's a breath of fresh air, I guess, and it has this Aussie spirit on it. I think it's quite a good change. Um, I have already written about their intention to be Aussie airline. They pledged to serve Aussie food only. Um, and I think this Aussie only theme going on with this company, it's actually quite good. And today we are going to talk about the uniforms. So let's talk gadgets, or should I say uniforms. So let's talk gadgets and let's talk Bonza. Bonza, it's the new Australian budget airline. It has been announced last year and it's expected to start operations this year. And according to Australian Aviation, the blog Australian Aviation, the airline has recently announced its new uniforms and its approach to uniforms and appearance and image. And I think it's a quite nice way of doing things. It's quite different from what we have seen from aviation throughout the years. We all know that it started with very glamorous uniforms, and the flight attendants would wear, and it would be almost like a glamorous kind of thing, because back in the day, flying was just perceived as almost a luxury. These days, that's not the case, and things have changed. And even with other airlines uniforms, we can see that things have changed throughout the years. But they still keep a quite formal outlook, which is expected, and it's what we all expect from an airline. However, I think Bonza decided to change things around and come up with an idea. They claim, according to the article on Australian Aviation, that it's their approach to diversity and having something different. And I've seen, and we have seen, that this has been their motto since the start, with the food, with everything else. And apparently, with the uniforms, they want to be different as well. And they revealed that the new uniform for Bonza, so all the flight attendants, the crew members, would be wearing a more casual uniform with shorts, blazers, sneakers, things like that. So a more casual approach to things. And even the pilots, we are used to that standard look of pilots with the famous hat. Well, that won't happen on Bonza. Apparently, the pilots won't wear that famous pilot hat either, even though the uniform will be a little bit more formal than the rest of the crew. The hat has been left off. So this is a very different approach, I guess. Also, and according to what Australian Aviation has published, they will have also other accessories available, like a thumbs up pin and a purple scarf, branded socks, things like that they can wear. And it will be obviously something different that will, I suppose, make a little bit difference in the outlook of aviation in Australia, and maybe it will give an idea to more airlines to start, getting a little bit more casual with their uniforms. Because usually, and these days, flying is no longer that very formal, very glamorous, very luxurious thing. In fact, is far from it. So I think it's time to also do something and perhaps make it more casual and make it a little bit more holiday making, if you like. Because if we are going on a trip, of course there was always going to be the business trips, and that's a reality. But if you are going on a holiday, or if you're going on a flight, we all know that most of the people will be going on holidays. So if everyone is wearing casual, if everyone is with that nice and happy outlook, I think it's good and it's positive for everyone. Well, I think it's it's a really, really, really nice idea. I decided to talk about this today because I thought it was really interesting. We live in it's like a completely thinking. This is what I call thinking outside the box, because we are used to the formal, the uniform, the skirts, or the dresses, the little scarves, and some airlines put a little scarf on their neck. Some wear a hat. Every airline has had their different approach to uniforms, and in most of them, if not in all of them, it has been a more formal approach, because that's what people has seen as acceptable in aviation. So I think what Bonza is doing is just revolutionizing the way we think about aviation uniforms, and maybe in the future we can have something different. Who knows? I think this was very interesting. I think it was a very good idea. I hope it works. I hope people like it. I'm sure they will. I think it will be well accepted here in Australia. I think we all like our flip-flops and all these sort of things. So I guess it will be accepted well. But I hope the international visitors that will have, will fly Bonza within Australia, I hope they really like it as well, and see the quirk of it, and and the difference and the idea in it of innovation, because I think that's the main thing with aviation. They always trying to innovate and always trying to be different and always trying to be one step ahead. I think this has done just that. And that's all for today. I hope you really enjoyed this news, this new approach to aviation uniforms. If you are in Australia, I hope you are considering a flight with Bonza. Why not? And if you do, if you fly with them, just leave us a comment. What was your experience like? Did you like the experience flying with Bonza? How was the service? How was the leg room? All these things that we all want to know about an airline. And of course, what do you think about the uniforms? So if you are there and you are flying with Bonza, just leave us a comment below and share your experience. Or if you think that honestly it's not a very good idea, it's too formal for airline, and crews should stick to their regular and formal uniforms, leave us a comment as well. I think it's always important to know everyone's opinion and share opinions, because that's the way we all grow. I've said this many times and I keep on repeating it because I strongly believe in it. So, and of course, put a like on the video and share with your friends and subscribe the channel to get a notification of a new flying gadget every week. Before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching. See you next week. Have a good one. Bye.